Welcome to your core bracing practice. For today, all we'll need is a block or a couple of books and a nice place to lay on the floor. So come on down to your side and onto your back, bring your block with you. We're gonna start with a hip flexor release, just to make sure that your hip flexors aren't overactive before we start doing all this hip work. So we're gonna take that block, lift your hip, slide it under, put it on the sacrum, that little bony spot between your pelvis bones. Good, and then draw your right knee into your chest. You can choose to stay here, or you can extend that left leg all the way out. Now drive that left heel down into the floor, and then turn your pelvis back like you are dumping a bunch of flowers on your chest from your pelvis. Good, press that left thigh down. A couple of breaths here. You can go in and out of this stretch to make it a little bit more of a mobility stretch, right? Drawing the right knee in and out, but keeping that left thigh pressing down to the floor. Great. And then we'll switch sides. So left knee comes back to the floor, right foot comes down, left knee in, and right leg out. Press the right foot down into the floor. Draw that left knee in. Good. And then again, think of the pelvis dipping backwards. So if you had soup in your hip pelvis bones, they would pour over your chest. Good. Drive that knee down towards the floor in the right leg, and then go in and out of the left knee, drawing into the chest. Good. Excellent. All right, drop your left foot down to the floor, bring both feet flat, and then lift your hips, take that block out. We won't need this for the rest of the practice, just for the beginning. All right, so from here, take a big inhale, big canister breath, lift. Deep core lift. Use your hands to feel your deep core turn on. And we want that tension to remain in the deep core. You can think of those hip bones pulling towards each other. So you get a nice lower core ab engagement. Ribs are down as well. All right, from here, we're gonna take the non-dominant hand behind your head, lift your head a little bit, just a slight little chin tuck, right? So chin tucks back, lift your head, and then take your hands on your core, just feel around, make sure that your connective tissue there is coming up nice and flat. Good. All right, take a couple breaths here, keep that chin tucked, and then drop your head back down. Awesome. Bring your hand down to the floor. We're gonna do that without the hand. Take an inhale, exhale, deep core lifts. Find that deep core brace. Tuck your chin like you're making a double chin, and then lift your head just half an inch off the floor. Good. Feel that engagement in the deep core. Good. And then drop your head back down to the floor. Awesome. One more time here. Inhale. Exhale. Big exhale from the deep core. Core lift. Tuck your chin back, and then lift your head a little bit off the floor. Good. So it should feel like you're lifting from the back of your throat. Good. And then drop all the way back down. Awesome. All right, one more breath here. Inhale, exhale, big lift from your pelvic floor. Engage your deep core. Use your hands to feel that tension that you're creating from the ribs to your pelvis. We're gonna brace here. Peel your right toes off the floor. Exhale, slide that right heel forward. Inhale, bring it all the way back. Now, I want you to make sure that you're keeping those hip bones perfectly still, right? We're working on keeping the abs engaged enough to keep the spine from moving at all. Right? Good. If you tend towards anterior pelvic tilt, like your hips tilt forward, you can press your lower back into the floor a little bit so you get more lower ab engagement. That helps you stay more stable. You can do that. Exhale, come forward, and inhale, come back. Good. Now we're gliding that leg out without letting go of the core on the inhale. So I want you to practice keeping that deep core engaged even when you're drawing that heel back. So inhale, bring it back, keep that deep core engaged. Exhale, keep it engaged as you press out. Good. You might start to feel a nice little burn in the core, and exhale, glide it out. Good. We want no movement in the hips, no movement in the ribs. Core is nice and tight. Good. Awesome. We're going to switch sides, but hold that brace. Inhale, come back, right foot down, lift the left toes. Hold that brace. Good. Exhale, extend. Keep that core engaged on the exhale and on the inhale when you draw it all the way back. Inhale back. Exhale out. And inhale back. Good. Now, if you're finding that you have a hard time holding that inhale or the exhale, you can limit your range of motion, right? You don't have to go all the way out. You can just go halfway and then come back. Work within your own limits, right? Eventually, you'll be able to take that leg all the way out while bracing the core. Good. And again, check in with your core, check in with your low back, check in with your shoulders. Make sure that you're not engaging in your shoulders or tweaking in your low back to make this happen. All right. If you start feeling it in your lower back, tuck your tailbone under a little bit. Think of bringing those hip bones towards each other. Good. You're exhaling as you're going out. Inhale, bring it all the way back in. Good. Just last one here on this side. Exhale out and inhale back in. Good. Nice. You can release that brace. Take the feet a little wider than your mat. Drop your knees from side to side. Good. And then we're going to add the arms to this. So bring your feet back underneath your knees. Take a big breath. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor. Good. Ribs down. Find that nice deep brace. Good. Now reach your arms towards the ceiling and then all the way overhead, but notice if you tend to flare your ribs, keep your ribs down. If you're close to a wall and you want to put your hands on a wall, that can even create even more tension to help you get those ribs down. Good. Now keep that brace in the core. Make sure you feel nice, consistent contraction from your ribs all the way down to your pubic bone. And then we'll peel the right toes off the floor. We'll do the heel slides here. So you're going to exhale, slide that right leg forward. Inhale, bring it all the way back. Good. Go at your own pace, right? I'm going a little faster. If you need to slow it down, please feel free. Exhale, glide it forward. Bring those hip bones towards each other. Good. Really press that heel into the floor as you're sliding. And notice if you have more tension in your arms, if it helps you get more lower ab engagement. Inhale, bring it back. Good. Exhale forward. And remember, same thing here. We're keeping that intention, the contraction on the inhale as well. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it back, contract. Good. Last one on this side. We're going to keep the arms overhead and just switch to the other side. Inhale, bring it back. Put your right foot on the floor. Keep that brace. Peel the left toes off the floor. Inhale, exhale, glide that leg forward. Inhale, bring it back. Good. Keeping those abs engaged even on the inhale and exhale. Good. Nice. You can even take your hand on your core if you need some information as to what your core is doing while you're moving. Totally fine. Exhale, extend all the way out and inhale all the way back in. If you start to feel your low back, tuck your tailbone under a little bit, right? If your arms start to get tired or you're starting to clench your mid back, drop your arms. Last two. Exhale here. Inhale back. Good. One more. Exhale and inhale. Awesome. Good. Left foot down to the floor. Good, good. Rock your knees from side to side. Let go of your core. Draw your knees into your chest. A quick side to side rotation here, just to let go of any tension in your hips. Awesome. And then come on over to all fours. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to do a little bird dog work here. So come into your nice half plank, quarter plank. Inhale, full breath in. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor. Find your canister breath. Right? Try not to round your back here. Good. One more here. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Now hold that brace at the bottom of the breath. Good. Now from here, tuck your right toes into the floor. Without shifting to the left, slide that leg back. Good. And then inhale, bring it all the way back in, knee towards your chest. Exhale, glide it all the way back. Inhale, bring it back in. Right? So very similar movement to what we just did on the floor, but you're fighting against gravity. Right? So exhale as you extend out. Keep that brace as you inhale. Exhale all the way out. Inhale back in. Exhale out. Good. Practice the brace, controlling that lower core as you're moving your legs. This is going to be very important to get really clear in your core as we start lifting heavier weights and adding more complicated movements here. Good. One more. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Good. Keep that brace. Bring your right knee down to the floor. Go right over to the left side. If your wrists are bothering you at all, you can come up onto your fingers and make bulldog arms. Or you could also bring your elbows down or elbows onto the blocks, right? All right. So keep that brace. Without shifting to the right, lift your left knee off the floor. Even that you can feel has a lot of core strength built into it. Good. Now exhale as you extend that leg out. Don't let go of the core. Inhale. Keep that brace as you come in. Exhale. Inhale. Keep that brace. Exhale. Inhale, bring it in. Narrow those hip points. Exhale out. Good. So again, go at your own pace here. If you feel like you need more time to really brace into those lower core muscles, please take your time. Good. Now, remember that APT breath that we did, we were holding it for a minute to 2 minutes. This is where this comes in because we are really making sure that we're holding that brace, especially on the inhale as you're bringing that knee in. Exhale as you go out. Good. One more here. You should feel your abs turning on at this point. Good. Left knee down. Awesome. Sit back on your heels. Bring your fingertips towards your toes. Lift your hips. Scoop your hips up just a little bit off the floor. So even just a little tailbone tuck, you'll feel a quad stretch and hip flexor release. Good. Open your chest. If this is not available to you, if it bothers your knees, you can come up to camel here and take a little mini back bend, right? Ribs stay down though. Good. All right. Come back down to all fours. We're going to add the arms to this now. Shake it out. Let it go. All right. Take an inhale here. Inhale. Exhale. Deep core left. Find that brace. Hip points together. Without shifting to the left, lift your right knee off the floor. Left hand off the floor. Right? You can choose to stay here, or we're going to exhale, extend the leg, extend the arm. Inhale, bring it all the way back in. Keep that core engaged as you inhale. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it back in. Go slowly. Exhale, extend. Good. Keep going on your breath. Now you'll notice that this breath is reversed from what we usually see in this movement, right? We're exhaling as we extend. The reason for that is because our arms and legs are heavy, right? We need the most amount of tension when our arms and legs are extended. And the core needs a lot of help to pull that core back as our arms and legs are extended, which is why we do the exhale with that extension. Good. One more here. Inhale. Keep the core engaged. Exhale. Awesome. Switch sides. Hold on to that brace. Right knee comes down. Right. Brace the core if you let it go. And then lift your left knee off the floor without shifting. Right hand off the floor. Good. Now exhale. Extend all the way back. Inhale. Bring it all the way back in. Keep that core engaged on that inhale. Exhale. Extend out. Inhale. Bring it back. Exhale. Good. Inhale, bring it back. Ooh, you feel that shake? Exhale out. Good. Inhale, bring it back. Stay connected into that core. Hip points are moving towards each other. Good. You can even tuck your tailbone under a little bit to get that lower core lift, especially on the inhale, right? Good. Exhales, you extend. Inhales, you bring it back. 2 more here. Exhale. Inhale. And last one. Awesome. Good. Hands to the floor. Last set here. We're going to come down to our side. We're going to take a side, the beginning of a side plank, right? So just lay on your side. I want you to take 3 canister breaths here on your side. So your knees are at 90 degrees. Take your hand on your ribs and your hips. Take an inhale and exhale. Little tailbone tuck. Deep core lift. Pull the entire belly back. So you're doing a canister breath here on your side. Good. Inhale, release it out. Pelvic floor releases. Exhale, hip points together. Good. Imagine pulling your belly away from the floor. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now we're going to do 2 more breaths with your hands on your ribs. Take an inhale. I want you to feel that breath into your mid back. And exhale. Ribs drop down. Front ribs drop down. Good. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Good. All right. Let's come on over to the other side and side plank on the other side. All right. Hand can go onto your head. Hand is on, top hand is on your waist and your hips to start. Knees are at 90 degrees. Take an inhale. Really expand. Tuck the tailbone. Lift and draw those hip points together. Good. 2 more breaths like this. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Good. Breathe into your back. Inhale. and exhale. Awesome. Good. 2 more breaths with your hand on your rib cage. So remember that breath that we did with the block in this first series, right? Inhale, breathe back into your ribs. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under a little bit. Good. Ribs drop down. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. Good. Relax. Come all the way up to sit. Fantastic. Shake out your shoulders. Drop your neck from one side to the other. Good. And then feel free to take any of these exercises with you. If there's one exercise that you really feel a lot, set a timer. Do 1 minute to 2 minutes. See how much you can work up to your endurance. Great work. You showed up today really well.